Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into the world of US elections, uncovering 10 fascinating facts that have shaped American democracy. From surprising election outcomes to historic milestones, let's take a look at what makes US election history so unique. Number 10. The first presidential election had no popular vote. In the first US presidential election of 1789, there was no popular vote. Instead, electors chosen by state legislatures selected George Washington as the first president unanimously. The system was designed this way because the concept of a direct popular vote was controversial at the time, reflecting the early experimental phase of American democracy. Number 9. The only president who was elected unanimously. George Washington is the only U.S. president to have been elected unanimously, receiving all the electoral votes in both 1789 and 1792. His leadership during the American Revolution and the Constitutional Convention made him a trusted figure across the fledgling nation, a feat no other president has matched since. Number 8. The first televised presidential debate. The first televised presidential debate in U.S. history was between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon in 1960. This debate marked a turning point in political campaigning, as Kennedy's charismatic and confident appearance on TV gave him an edge over Nixon, who appeared tired and sweaty. The debate showcased the power of television in shaping voter perceptions. Number 7. The first woman presidential candidate. Long before women had the right to vote, Victoria Woodhull became the first woman to run for U.S. president in 1872, representing the Equal Rights Party. Her candidacy was groundbreaking and challenged the societal norms of the time, paving the way for future female candidates and the eventual passage of the 19th Amendment. Number 6. The longest election night. The 2000 U.S. presidential election between George W. Bush and Al Gore was one of the most contested and longest in history. The outcome hinged on the vote count in Florida, where issues with ballot design and counting led to a month-long legal battle. The Supreme Court's decision to halt the recount ultimately awarded Florida's electoral votes to Bush, making it one of the most dramatic election nights in history. Number 5. Franklin D. Roosevelt's 4 terms. Franklin D. Roosevelt remains the only U.S. president to serve more than 2 terms, winning 4 consecutive elections from 1932 to 1944. His presidency led to the passing of the 22nd Amendment in 1951, which limits future presidents to 2 terms. FDR's lengthy time in office during the Great Depression and World War II made him a dominant figure in U.S. politics. Number 4. The 1824 election decided by the House of Representatives. The 1824 election is known as the corrupt bargain because no candidate received a majority of the electoral votes. The House of Representatives chose John Quincy Adams as president, even though Andrew Jackson had won the popular vote. The decision caused an uproar, with Jackson's supporters accusing Adams and Henry Clay of making a backroom deal. Number 3. The first African-American presidential candidate, 1972. Shirley Chisholm made history as the first African-American woman to run for a major party's presidential nomination in 1972. As a Democratic candidate, Chisholm campaigned on a platform of civil rights, women's rights, and social justice, inspiring generations of women and minorities to pursue political leadership. Number 2. The popular vote versus Electoral College debate. 5 times in U.S. history, the candidate who won the popular vote did not become president due to the Electoral College system. Notable instances include the elections of Andrew Jackson in 1824, Samuel Tilden in 1876, Grover Cleveland in 1888, Al Gore in 2000, and Hillary Clinton in 2016. The Electoral College continues to be a subject of debate in discussions about U.S. election reforms. Number 1. The highest voter turnout was in 2020. The 2020 U.S. presidential election saw the highest voter turnout in history, with over 159 million Americans casting their ballots. The turnout rate was around 66.8%, the highest percentage in over a century. This election was notable not only for its turnout, but also for the use of mail-in voting and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the voting process. And that wraps up our list of 10 fascinating facts about US election history. From groundbreaking candidates to unique election outcomes, American democracy has seen its fair share of surprises and changes. Which fact did you find the most interesting? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more history and politics content. Thanks for watching.